Hi, I'm Felicia, and as you're aware, I've been raising awareness about systemic neglect and systemic failings that I've experienced over the last 12 years across multiple NHS trusts in the UK. This video is about the failings and neglect from North Yorkshire County Council. This isn't just about me and my situation, it's about holding institutions to account who are meant to protect vulnerable adults but are failing to do so. This video serves as an urgent call out to the CQC for your intervention and help. In 2022, North Yorkshire County Council assessed me as meeting the criteria for statutory support, and they put in place some support with a support time recovery worker. This support was a lifeline for me at a difficult time when I was attending appointments for my facial pain, getting knocked back, referrals being refused, and generally getting lost in a broken system that was deflecting responsibility. In 2023, a year later, a new social worker took over my case. I hadn't met her, I spoke to her on the phone, but I hadn't met her. And she turned up at my house with another woman who I hadn't met. And without reassessing me or speaking to me, she announced that she was stopping my support. She gave me no reason and no warning. I wrote to the CEO of North Yorkshire County Council 3 times complaining about the cessation of my support, asking for answers about why they had done it. However, in spite of CCing in MPs, councillors, I didn't get a response. North Yorkshire County Council did not reply to my complaint. The loss of this support hit me very, very hard and left me very vulnerable because it came at a time, their stopping my support came at a time when I was facing the difficult situation with a surgeon at York who I had been gaslighted by, and I was vulnerable, and stopping it at that time was very, very difficult. Not having a response from North Yorkshire County Council was really tough, because to have my support stopped with no reason or account of why was tough, but to not get a response from them and to be ignored, I just felt silenced and ignored, and that was really tough. In 2022, the General Medical Council's Victim Support Service raised a safeguarding concern on my behalf to North Yorkshire County Council before I left Fife, asking them to safeguard me. They took no action and they closed down the safeguarding concern. In 2023, shortly after my support had been stopped by North Yorkshire County Council, the police re-referred me back to them and also raised safeguarding concerns, but they ignored the police's referral and my file remained closed. Much more seriously, on the 7th of February 2025, I made a very serious attempt to end my life. Following this, the Care Quality Commission, their own regulator, asked North Yorkshire County Council to safeguard me from my GP, who have been tampering with my records for the last year and a half, and from Tees and Wears Valleys Trust, who have left me with no support or mental health care following my suicide attempt. However, North Yorkshire County Council have ignored this safeguarding request and have shut down the concern. I believe it's Tees, Wears and Valleys crisis team who asked North Yorkshire County Council to shut down the request, but I will be talking about that in a separate video. What has been so offensive and shocking about what North Yorkshire County Council have just done, ignoring the CQC's safeguarding concern, is what the social worker said to me on the phone about why she had decided to close down the concern. She said to me, "I am closing down the safeguarding concern because you know how to complain and you know how to ask for help." I've been complaining to NHS trusts for 12 years. I've been complaining to regulatory bodies for 12 years about my treatment and the way I've been treated. I've been met with nothing other than a complete lack of candour and a wall of silence. None of the NHS trusts have shown any dignity, any openness, or have responded to me with any honesty at all. And I'd also like to remind North Yorkshire County Council that you are one of those institutions. You ignored my complaint. You didn't reply. You say I know how to ask for help. I've been asking for help for 12 years. I've been to 15 NHS trusts about my facial pain and been knocked back by each and every one of them. I went back to A&E 4 times this summer asking for help with suicidal feelings, and they showed me the door and told me don't come back. And if I know how to ask for help, why was I found unconscious on a golf course 5 weeks ago? Those words that you said to me, you know how to complain and you know how to ask for help, show a complete lack of awareness about the gravitas of my situation, of what I am facing with the healthcare system and the serious issues I've been up against. It also shows a complete lack of insight and self-awareness into your own misconduct. You need to check yourself. You didn't reply to my complaint. You're one of the abusers, really, in effect, that I need safeguarding from. You know, the way you've treated me over the last 2 years has been horrific. Throughout the 2 years of you being silent and closing my file, I've been absolutely battered by consultants at various hospitals. I've been having to deal with my GP falsifying my records, and I've also been dealing with Tees, Squares and Valley, who have now discharged me, and their complicity in the tampering of my records. And all this while you've closed my file and kept quiet in spite of 3 safeguarding concerns that you've ignored. I'm asking the CQC, please, for your help and intervention. This isn't just about my protection and safety, it's about the protection and safety of others who North Yorkshire County Council may be failing. Safeguarding concerns are serious, and to ignore them from regulatory bodies, 3 regulatory bodies, is neglect, and it needs investigation, and they need holding to account about why they have closed down this request when I am this vulnerable. I'm asking, please, for your urgent intervention and help. You can reach out to me at the contact details at the end of this video. Thank you for watching.